The Starbucks, on the corner of a small street in the city of James, is not a prominent place. It is a normal coffee shop. Nothing is special except for a few old wooden chairs and rustic decorative paintings hanging on the wall. It is a place frequented by local residents, office workers, parents, students, and early workers who need a cup of coffee to wake up before starting a new day. The shop is always filled with the sound of coffee machines, the clinking of cups, and the chatter of customers. It is a morning like any other, with gentle sunlight shining through the glass doors. The coffee shop is not too crowded, but there are still enough people to create a cozy and bustling space. The baristas are busy serving customers, their hands working quickly, but they still maintain bright smiles and James's friendliness. The shop's doors are always open, welcoming everyone with a relaxing atmosphere that sometimes easily creates a sense of familiarity and closeness, as if this coffee shop is an indispensable part of everyone's daily life. In a corner of the shop, a group of firefighters from the local fire department are sitting at a table, sipping coffee and chatting with each other. These are people who often work in stressful environments, facing dangers and challenges every day. They don't have much time to rest, and relaxing mornings like this are precious moments that they can enjoy. While their colleagues are putting out fires or rescuing people, they take the opportunity to drink coffee to prepare for the next shift. They chat about work, about difficult rescues, about family life, about unforgettable moments in the profession. However, something special is about to happen, an event that none of these firefighters or anyone in the Starbucks that day could have expected. As they chatted happily, no one noticed that a tall, casually dressed man was walking through the door of the shop. He walked quickly but not in a hurry, seemingly oblivious to the curious eyes directed at him. The Starbucks door gently dinged as he entered. A few customers glanced at him, but no one paid any special attention. This was a busy coffee shop, and people didn't come here to stand out. They simply wanted to enjoy a good cup of coffee and relax in a cozy space. However, when the man walked up to the bar, a strange feeling began to spread throughout the shop. An employee working behind the counter, grinding coffee, suddenly stopped and looked up. She couldn't believe her eyes. Just a few seconds later, one of the firefighters sitting nearby also reminded his colleague in a whisper, "That's Elon Musk." The surprise came like a wave. A few of the firefighters turned to look, then to each other, then to look back at him, all thinking the same thing. No way. Is this really Elon Musk? And some couldn't believe their eyes. They buzzed and continued to watch him. But no one dared to come closer. Musk stood there, smiling at the coffee bar staff, ordering a latte and a pastry like any other regular customer. For them, his image could not be associated with such a humble coffee shop, but with talks about the future, about self-driving cars, space flights, and innovations that the whole world was watching. They couldn't imagine that someone like Musk, a famous billionaire, founder of Tesla and SpaceX, one of the richest and most influential people in the world, would choose a humble place like Starbucks to stop by. They didn't know if he wanted to enjoy a private moment or simply relax after a long day at work. One thing was for sure, Musk's appearance at this humble coffee shop was something very special, very unexpected. The Starbucks employees seemed a little confused at first when they recognized Elon Musk, but they quickly regained their composure and continued to serve him like a normal customer. The tension in the air didn't last long. Musk smiled at everyone and seemed completely unconcerned with the attention he was receiving. The other customers in the shop, no one dared to ask or request a selfie. They just quietly observed and continued with their coffee. The group of firefighters, after a few minutes of hesitation, finally decided to approach him. One of them stood up and walked to Musk's table with a hesitant look on his face. While the others were still hesitant, he asked the first question. Musk, I'm a fan of your work. What are you here for today? With a gentle smile, Elon Musk looked up at him and replied, Oh, I just came to enjoy a good cup of coffee. Everyone seems very friendly here. The conversation started off lightly, but from the following questions, there seemed to be a change. The firefighters began to open up and ask questions not only about technology, about the future, but also about their own lives and work. The entire Starbucks suddenly became a space of connection, where stories about technology, about life, and about the people who work silently day and night to protect the community were shared. James bit his lip, feeling a little embarrassed, but still decided to continue. Actually, our job as firefighters is very hard. We face danger every day. Always James saving people in extremely stressful situations. But sometimes we also wonder if the technology that you and your companies develop can help us in this job. Elon Musk did not answer immediately. Instead, he looked out the window of the cafe, seemingly thinking about James's question. There was a minute of silence. Then Musk turned and smiled. That's a very good question, he said, and I think about it quite a lot. I believe that technologies can and is changing a lot of fields. And of course, firefighting is no exception. James continued, Yes, but sometimes we feel that despite all the modern technology like fire trucks and rescue equipment, our job is still limited. We need technology that can help us work faster, more accurately, and most importantly, more safely. We always want tools that not only help us be more efficient, but also help us reduce risks. But we don't know where James can find those technologies. Musk nodded, his eyes showing sympathy for what James had just shared. I understand. The fact is that technology is still in the stage of rapid development. But sometimes it is still not enough to solve all the problems in urgent situations like James faces every day. However, I also believe that we can create more effective tools for you. The important thing is to find the specific problems that James is facing and then apply technology to solve them. The entire group of firefighters now listened attentively, sensing that what Musk said was not the dry words of a famous businessman, but his real thoughts on the real problems they were facing. One of James's teammates, Long, a veteran firefighter, stood up and continued the story. Mr. Musk, I understand that technology is important, but there is a problem that we have, James, which is that our equipment is sometimes not updated in time. The machines, vehicles, and rescue equipment are not all as effective in emergency situations. In addition, fire departments in small, remote areas often do not have enough budget to equip modern equipment. I wonder if you can help. Musk looked at him for a moment, then slowly spoke. I understand the situation you are facing, James. In fact, when I started Tesla or SpaceX, I faced the same James problem. Technology is not just about making a good product. It is, James, a product that can be used and used effectively in the real world. And especially, James is easily accessible to everyone, including people in remote areas. Musk paused for a moment, as if he were imagining what he was going to say. On the equipment side, I think we can find ways to develop autonomous rescue equipment, such as robots that can go into places that are too dangerous for humans to go, or self-driving fire trucks, which will save you time and reduce your risk. On the budget side, I believe we can combine technology and innovative financial models to make these technologies accessible to fire departments. James and Long looked at each other, unable to believe that someone like Musk could come up with such bold ideas. But Musk did not stop there. He continued, Technology, like self-driving cars or advanced support, equipment can not only make your work safer, but also improve your work efficiency. I don't just want technology to change the world. I want it to really help people like you. People who are doing very important work that rarely gets the attention it deserves. So, James, Long, and their teammates all felt like a wave of freshness was rising within them. They did not expect that a chance meeting with Elon Musk could open up new perspectives on the future of the fire service. But the most surprising thing was yet to come. After a while, Musk stood up, pulled a chair towards him, and said, "I will do something right now. I want to act instead of just talk. Let me help you get more modern fire equipment." So, Musk pulled out his phone, quickly swiped through the screen, and started typing rapidly. The firefighters looked at him in amazement, not believing that after just a few minutes of talking, they could receive real help. Musk finished typing a few lines of text, then looked up, smiling. "I have decided to send a grant to your fire department. Not only will I help re-equip your equipment, but I will also help improve your working conditions, train you, and research more technologies to support you. This is my gratitude for the difficult and dangerous work you do every day. I believe you deserve the best tools to protect your community and protect yourself." So, the group of firefighters stood rooted to the spot, unable to believe their eyes. They never thought that one day they would receive immediate help from someone like Elon Musk. Their eyes were filled with deep gratitude, and no one spoke, just standing there silently, letting the emotion permeate the space. Elon Musk smiled at them again, then stood up, preparing to leave. "Good luck. I believe you will do great things. Don't be afraid to think big and change the world. You do it every day without anyone telling you." Before leaving the Starbucks, Elon Musk stood up, stretched comfortably, and waved goodbye to the group of firefighters. Once again, his eyes held respect and gratitude for the people who do such hard and dangerous work every day. Even though he had only met them for a short time, Musk felt like he had shared a very special moment, a real connection. "I came here for coffee, but now I leave with a warm feeling in my heart," Musk said, his voice soft but sincere. "Thank you for doing this important and courageous work. You are the ones who truly change the world every day, even if no one knows it." Musk's words echoed in the quiet space of the cafe as a deep thank you, not only for the contributions of the firefighters, but also for the way they always stood firm in the face of all difficulties, ready to sacrifice for the community. Musk smiled and gently walked towards the door, but before leaving, he looked back at the group of firefighters once more, his eyes warm but also thoughtful. The firefighters, who had previously only known Musk through the news, through social media, or through casual conversations about technology, now clearly felt the difference. They stood up and applauded sincerely, expressing gratitude not only for the great donation he had just made, but also for the deep recognition Musk had given their work. For them, it was an acknowledgement they had rarely received during their years of working quietly. James, the first firefighter to approach Musk, felt moved. He didn't know what James said, just stood there, his eyes filled with gratitude. "Thank you so much, Mr. Musk," and James said, his voice choked up, "not just for the money, but for understanding our work, and more importantly, for seeing the value of what we do." Another firefighter, Long, standing nearby, also came over and shook Musk's hand. "I can't believe someone like you cares about us. Thank you so much," and he said, his words filled with respect and gratitude. Musk looked at the firefighters, his eyes no longer cold or distant, like a famous businessman, but the eyes of a man who understood that his success came not just from technology or great inventions, but also from the dedication and silent sacrifice of people like them. Musk not only said thank you, but also conveyed a powerful message that, regardless of who they are, technology or money, those who sacrifice for the community are the real heroes. Elon Musk's visit, though brief, created a special connection between a famous billionaire and firefighters. It was not just a simple meeting between a person with power and the money and those who work without regard for fame, but a sincere conversation between James, whose worlds seem very different, but have a deep commonality: the mission to help others. As Musk left, his footsteps echoed on the tiled floor of the Starbucks, but the atmosphere in the cafe still seemed to retain the warmth he brought. The firefighters turned to each other, their eyes shining with pride and gratitude. They felt like they had just been seen in a way that does not always happen. James, the young firefighter, stood by the window, watching Elon Musk's car disappear into the traffic. "We will never forget this day," he whispered. Another firefighter friend of his stood up and nodded. "Yes, this is a memorable moment in our lives." Musk not only helped us financially, but also helped us realize that our work has meaning, has value. That is more valuable than money. A few of the firefighters began to take out their phones and share this story on social media, sharing not only the sponsorship they received, but also the genuine emotions they felt after this meeting. They were not just recipients of favors, but people who were appreciated, and that made them feel proud of their profession, felt like they were doing something truly valuable in society. As Starbucks slowly returned to normal, the laughter and the clinking of plates and bowls resounded. But in the hearts of each firefighter, a new fire was lit. They no longer felt like quiet figures in society, but silent heroes, and today, their sacrifices are recognized. Ultimately, Elon Musk's visit was not just a story about money, technology, or fame. It was a reminder that in this world, those who work for the benefit of the community, those who fight fires day and night, save lives, and keep people safe, are the ones who deserve to be honored. Technology and money may change the world, but it is the firefighters, those who sacrifice tirelessly for others, who are the real heroes. As Musk walked out of the store with sincere thanks and a promise of future support, no one in the Starbucks felt that this was just a chance meeting. It was a memorable moment, a connection between people from different worlds, and most importantly, a reminder that no matter who we are, we can all contribute to the betterment of this world in our own unique ways. This visit not only changed the way the firefighters saw themselves, but also served as a reminder of the importance of a sense of gratitude and recognition for those who work tirelessly for the community. When Musk left, they felt grateful to him not only for the money and support, but also because he had revived in them a great sense of pride, a firm belief that their work mattered and that someone would always recognize it.